Today, 2 rolls of Hydroturf will be here, and I am super excited to get this on the boat. I'm going a little different with the color scheme I had originally planned. I've purchased a couple rolls of foam. I'll throw some pictures up here now. The colors are pretty cool, but unfortunately the quality was just horrible, and I didn't want to put that on the boat and then have to pull it back up. A couple things I wanted to do up here before I installed the foam. The first was I wanted to take off the trolling motor, added 2 more angle brackets to each side of the mount here. This was already solid, but now, I mean, you can't even move it if you wanted to. In addition, I just sprayed the whole area down with enamel. That way, anywhere you might be able to see under it is gonna look all nice and black and finished and not raw aluminum. The second thing I wanted to do was patch up this mounting hole here. I'm just gonna use a sheet of my aluminum that I have left over from the last boat. I'm gonna put it right around the top, rivet it down, and then I'll just be foaming over that. First thing I need to do is prep this surface and patch that hole. Once that's done, we'll unbox the foam, start laying everything out, and see how it looks. With everything fully prepped, I'm gonna get ready to install the Hydroturf. This material is so much nicer than that cheap Amazon stuff I was getting. For one, the material actually rebounds when you press into it. The other stuff was just denting straight down. I was not happy with that. This is very soft. It's very flexible. Okay, so I'll cut this down to about 48 inches or so. This is gonna be a little bit more manageable, and we can start getting this into position here. One thing that I have been working on was a cardboard template when I was thinking of approaching this a different way, but this might actually be exactly what I need to get this front corner to fit the way it needs to. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is use this template. I'm gonna cut my corner, and if it fits good, we'll go from there. So now, when this gets put into place, we're gonna have a nice clean edge on it. Oh, that's gonna look really good. Okay, so at this point, I have it pretty well trimmed up and sized to how I want it. What I'm gonna do is unfold the bottom of the transfer tape here, exposing the adhesive. I'm gonna try to tuck this in under the lip here and then line everything else up to that. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, now I can start working the rest of it down. Okay, so now with my one edge applied, I'm gonna start rolling it over and trimming to fit that top angle and try to trim it around the trolling motor. I'm gonna go ahead and get this trimmed up, and once I can get this piece down, then it's just doing that one strip on the side and it's on. Okay, well at this point I have the bulk of it applied. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the trolling motor put back on and work on installing the GPS unit and front light pole mount. I know this color combo is a little off the wall when you compare it with the gray carpet, but I really think this is going to work pretty well. In person, this looks so killer. On the video, it kind of looks a little brighter than it is. I think it's because I got my bright shop light above it here. But I mean, the look together on everything, it really is pretty killer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this all finished up, and then I got some work to do on the back with the Hydroturf. We're gonna get a good look on how this is all gonna go together. All right, so at this point, the front deck is completely finished. It is fully installed. I have the trolling motor in place. I have the GPS unit for the trolling motor, navigation light mount, everything is good to go. At this point, I'm ready to move on, and I'm gonna find out where else I feel like putting some Hydroturf on this boat. The templates worked really well doing the front deck, so I think what I'm gonna do is cut myself out a cardboard template for each box, get them cut out first, and then apply the foam. All right, so we have the top of the float pod here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out with a straight edge and see how it looks. Okay, well that's a pretty perfect trace of the area. Now I need to cut this a little bit smaller to make sure that it's sitting inside. I want a very small lip right where that weld bead is, so it's sitting on the inside of the float pod. I'm gonna go ahead and get these last two pieces applied, and then we'll take a look at what I got done. All right, well, it's about a month or two later since I started the Hydroturf, and I just realized I never recorded it into that video. After I put on those last two pieces of Hydroturf, I wound up spending a couple days just trimming it up and getting it how I wanted. So at this point, I'm gonna show you guys how it's looking. There's a lot of things on the boat that I haven't done videos on yet, so keep an eye out for them. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it all came out, so let's take a look. Also, the boat's been on the water a couple times at this point, so things have gotten a little bit dirty. But yeah, it's holding up really well. I haven't had any issues with it. I got it installed so nicely. I mean, all of the lines, everything has been absolutely perfect. I love how clean everything looks. It's been just such a pleasure to have this on the front of the boat. Something that I'm really surprised with is how hot the carpet gets, even on the wood and the aluminum, and this just stays nice and cool to the touch. So really happy with the Hydroturf. That's how the front deck came out. And then here's the rear of the boat. Those are the transom caps, the float pods. It all ties in really well with one another. I was actually very apprehensive about the color change since it's such a different color than the carpet, but I've really grown to like it. Overall, I'm just really happy with how the Hydroturf came out. So let me know what you guys think. Do you like the color? Does it not match too much? Does it match really well? I think the black and teak always looks pretty good together, but when you mix it with the carpet, that was something different. I haven't seen that before. So overall, I'm really happy with it, but I am curious to see what you guys think. If you guys found this helpful or you just enjoyed watching it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I got a lot of great things coming up for the boat even now. This is about 2 months later. I've got videos on all the stuff that's currently on the boat. I got new things being put on still. So much to do, so much to do. All right, guys, thanks for watching.